Good morning, everybody. It's Christian from Channel Education with the 4 Majors and Nuts update for the 13th of December 2013. Okay, Friday the 13th, guys, and it's a Friday. End of week. So, what do we have, or what has occurred this week in terms of the 4 Majors? Starting with Euro against US dollar on the daily, let's have a look and see what's happened. We've had a number of days of upside. This is following the breakout we saw on the weekly fib recently, last week in fact, and we've seen some movement to the upside. The indicator box is very much telling us we should still be looking for trades to the upside. However, as we've got higher to the prior high, in fact the mid-October highs, we've started to see price now consolidating. Yesterday, in fact, we saw a nice bearish engulfing candle now, and you can see that price has now become consolidative as we've headed up into this prior major support and resistance level in the shape of not only the monthly but also the weekly fib level. So RSI also way above there. Everything's still looking long. However, as we go into a major support and resistance level high, price is starting to consolidate. End of week two, not a lot of news out today for Euro, in fact, not much at all. So consolidation as we head into the major highs. So back down to our 4-hour time frame. Let's have a look and see if there's anything around here to trade. Had the bearish pullback yesterday. However, in the last 20 hours or so, it's been consolidated over the Asian session. As long as price maintains the support level intraday here, let's see we could always look to see if we can see another bullish engulfing candle to end of play today. The RS squared on a number of time frames is not abiding by the rules. The R squared needs to maintain blue across the board. You can see the Osimo indicator has gone south of the zero level and negative. However, the RMO trend relation is still very much positive. The Osimo indicator here back below here primarily because we've been in a consolidative movement ever since we've started to test the major high just recently. So as prices made higher swings here near term, you can see the Osimo indicator has pretty much fallen lower, and we've had this crossover. So a bit more profit taking place as we head into the weekly highs. Sterling here again, same. Trading into the monthly fib recently. However, bullish engulfing candle recently saw price moving up higher than the monthly fib. But when we wanted to see a bullish engulfing candle move higher, all we ended up with was this stumpy little formation here, and subsequently what happened was the following day that came out, we saw a bearish engulfing candle and subsequently back below the monthly fib. So price trading within this consolidative range here. You can see the Osimo indicator also dropping off quite drastically as we head into this monthly fib level high. RSI as well is still above the above the 50% line, but however, as you can see, we try to make a new high. RSI started to diverge. Okay, not making any new highs as price is moving higher, so we have divergence. All this clearly coming around a major support and resistance level high in the shape of the monthly fib retracement level. So here, to see any further highs, we obviously would need to see sterling closing higher and finding support and then pushing on towards our next monthly high, which is a fair way away. However, as long as she trades below the monthly fib, we like to see further consolidation. Price has tested the prior support level here intraday at 1632 and change. Quite clearly you can see here on the daily, yesterday's daily, moving into that level. As long as she maintains and uses that as support, the candlesticks are still very much positive. However, the arrow is started to appear on the daily. However, that arrow is not going to be clearly there until we actually see a daily close. So we have to wait till end of day today, being a Friday, to see if that's a genuine red arrow. And if we do see a red arrow, then we need to see other parts of the strategy template complement that. We need to see a red candle. Our RMO needs to drop below the zero level. Osimo is below the zero level, and the RSI needs to get below. So here, still looking long. You can see the long-term sentiment here very much positive. However, that negative sentiment intraday is starting to show. R squared not all positive at the moment, but there's still a bit of positiveness. So we're seeing a true consolidation now intraday because of that. If we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, just move this over so you can see a bit more and just make it wider. You can see we've started to see swing lows intraday on the 4-hour time frame. Swing low, and price has been very consolidative over the past number of hours. 20 hours, in fact, we've seen price just moving sideways on this price support and resistance level, intraday level here. So looking at the RSI below, and the RMO is flat at the moment. Just starting to trade below that. You can see the red arrow, red candle, but we need to see a bearish engulfing counter close next on our 4-hour time frame to close lower than this. Then we could start looking back towards the price support and resistance levels, but all the way back towards our institution moving average on our 4 hours, our first target. US dollar Swiss franc here, as I mentioned to you, trading into the weekly was likely to see some sort of consolidation. Sure enough, we got that. We've seen the actual 3 days prior, we've actually seen some sort of morning star formation occurring here. You can see negativity followed by indecision followed by decision. All this happening at a price of one resistance level. In this case, the weekly fib level here at 38.2. You can see the RMO is below, also below R squared. The RSI is below. The indicator box is very much negative, and the R squared is complementing a bit of that sentiment intraday, which is very, very important. However, clearly, as we've headed into this weekly fib, people started taking profits now from the selling here we saw just recently, and hence we've had this consolidation. To see any further negativity for the US dollar against the Swiss franc, we would need to see price closing lower. You can see the past 3 days, in fact, prices traded into that level, but subsequently failed to close lower than that. So consolidation at the moment now in a negative trend is what we're seeing. And if I can just move that over, you can see nice bullish engulfing candle yesterday, 12 noon. US dollar rated against Swiss franc. However, since then, price has been very, very consolidated, so almost a knee-jerk reaction. But you can still see the RMO is still below. The OSMO is the only one that's going to actually change sentiment, because as we consolidate, the OSMO is going to show you that consolidation. Okay, so here, got to see a bearish engulfing counter close lower than this 88.44 change, back below the weekly level to see any further shorting opportunities. At the moment, now she's consolidative, and if long as she consolidates above this level, there's more likely for price then to bounce. And to bounce, we would like then to, if you look at this price swing here, for example, consolidation to the level, you could always use these fib levels now to trade back to. So you can see quite clearly now the 23.6 is our current resistance level. Get above that, head towards our 50 period moving average, which is the 38.2 level. It's your first target, second target, third target, fourth target, etc. All that back up towards the institution moving average. US dollar Japanese yen. Massive move to the upside after the break of that major long-term wedge formation. Got above the monthly fib, and since then it's just been moving gradually to the upside. However, clearly now we saw a bit of consolidation just recently as price made it higher highs. You can see that the RSI started to make lower highs. That's just telling us we should start looking for consolidation, and quite clearly that's occurring because we're moving now into the monthly fib level highs, which is our April level highs. Quite clearly here was the last time we were at our highest point in 2013. And that's where price is trading right now in real time. So we've got to just be aware of that. The overall indication long term is still one of positiveness, but you can see a lot of indecision starting to creep in now in our intraday time frames. A nice bullish engulfing candle yesterday for the US dollar against the Japanese yen, but traded straight into the underside of the weekly. Not moving any higher since then. So consolidative now on the Asian session. So to see any further opportunities long term for the US dollar Japanese yen, we would need to see price trading above the April highs, and if she's doing that, then it's a very, very strong indication for US dollar against the yen, and then we could start targeting our monthly fib levels, which is above our weekly, which is a healthy 170 pips away and change from that level. So here, trading into the weekly level, would have to see a nice close above that on the daily to see any further opportunities for the foreseeable future. That's it, guys. Short and sweet today. Please be aware, Friday, end of week, not a lot of news out today. Just got to be vigilant. We could see a lot of profit taking as we head into a weekend. This morning we have MPC member Dale speaking. Chief PPR month-on-month figures out this morning. We also have the PPR month-on-month figures for the US market later this afternoon at 1:30 onwards. Core PPR month-on-month to follow suit. So not much news other than that. Just keep that on board. Apply to any trades that you're looking to trade. Back this particular template, or back any template that you're trading with very, very strong money management rules. Very, very important to trade with fantastic money management rules. And keep it as simple as possible, guys. Try not to overcomplicate it. The beauty of this particular template is very, very mechanical in its approach. It's very picture orientated, so it gives you a great insight into long-term sentiment as well as your near-term sentiment, and it tends to work quite well when trading the markets. Hope you have a fantastic weekend with family and friends, and I'll catch you first thing on Monday morning. Until then, you guys trade serenely.